Let's start clapping again. Go man, you're lovely last time. Keep it up. You've got 6 active nobles. Bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as you go off the stage. There's Heron! Oh, look there! It's him! It's him! You bloody cheat!
How you doing? Alright? Yeah. Tonight I want to just talk about a couple of stories that have genuinely happened to me, and you'll know they're true because they're not funny. First thing I want to talk about is Facebook. Anyone here on Facebook?
Yeah.
Angie, how many friends have you got? A few. How many? About 108. 180. Okay. And how many friends have you got?
I'm talking over 500, I think.
Okay, 500. Desperate! Okay. But Facebook is great. It's great for catching up with friends and family, and I've been on it. I've got about 50 friends. And it's fantastic. But there is one problem, right? Has anyone here ever had a friend request from somebody they hardly know?
Yeah.
Somebody you passed on an escalator. Somebody you sat next to on a bus. I had a guy called Stuart, right? Stuart and I were in the same class for 7 years, and we spoke just twice. 7 years, just twice, right? I hardly know him. Stuart, however, wants to be my friend, or wanted to be my friend on Facebook. So, with reluctance, I accepted. Bad news. Stuart is never, ever, ever off Facebook, right? He's constantly updating his status all about his family. His mum, his dad, his uncle, his aunt, his wife, his daughter, his dog. I know everything about them. Give it a couple of weeks of constant updating, I began to think that I did know them. And that's when it started to go a bit wrong. Perfectly innocently, very accidentally, I became friends with his daughter, Carrie. She's 5! The following week, this happened. Newsfeed. Carrie was tagged in an album. Oh, click on photo. Little Carrie in her new swimming costume. Perfectly innocently, I clicked, Dave likes this. I don't know if you know anyone who's ever been reported on Facebook. You do now. It took about 2 or 3 days to clear. I was an absolute mess. But 2 good things. Firstly, I'm not being gangbanged in prison as being a pedo. And secondly, cheer for that. And secondly, Stuart defriended me.
Yeah.
But so did about 30 other people. So, lesson learned, don't befriend children on Facebook. It's awkward. Anyone ever been on an airplane toilet? Yeah. They are the gateway to hell. A situation happened to me. It was 4 a.m. We were flying across the Atlantic, and I was absolutely desperate for the loo. So it was totally quiet. You know what it's like when everyone's sleeping on the phone. And I went to the toilet, closed the door, pulled my pants down, sat down, and was just about to let slip the dogs of war when the plane dropped. Right? Not turbulence, not a bit of moving around. It dropped, right? And as a result, I was pushed up off my seat. Right? It was absolutely terrifying. I've never been in anything like this before. Turbulence, yes. This, no. And I stood there, just thinking, what the hell is going on? And suddenly I started thinking, well, possibly, how about the plane's engines have broken down? Or worse still, the plane has been hijacked by terrorists. Right? Now, I was very soon to discover this was not the most important issue. The most pressing issue was the fact that I hadn't immediately stopped pooing. Let me tell you, it was like a scene from Black Hawk Down. Oh, it was a mess. Basically, it was stuck up, 35,000 feet up, 4 a.m. Your plane's hijacked by terrorists, and the shit has hit the fan. It was awful. But the worst bit, the worst of all of this was suddenly thinking, having a vision of the plane actually having crashed. And then the ITN News helicopter flying over the plane wreckage, right? And beaming the pictures back into my parents' TV. And as they sat there watching the 10 o'clock news, luggage, some airline seats, some more wreckage. And then a zoom in on a naked body with his pants around his ankle. Their son David shit himself like a coward. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dave Heron. Thanks for listening and have a good night.